Look at your giant. Look at your giant head, dude. You have the biggest head in the land. I can't. Here's the thing. There's a couple things that freak me out in this world, right? Ghosts,
Jared's face.
so a couple scary movies, and the size of your head.
Yeah, man. All right, bro.
Later, dude.
See
Have
you
a good
later,
day. Yeah, man. We can do whatever we want.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go live on CrossFit Hidden Valley.
You want to roll like a silly little intro? Or do you want to do a silly little intro? I have my mic. Oh, no, I don't have my thing.
No. Just you know what? Just do you, bro.
Do me?
Yeah.
All right, here's what I do when I do me, bro. When I fire this bitch up. And what? Let's get these coffees going, bro.
All right.
I'm ready to go.
Am I close enough to this mic?
Yeah, you can hear yourself pretty well, huh?
Yeah, I can hear myself.
Are you too far right? I'm going to let you decide that, bro.
Yeah.
Did you really just get the same thing as me?
Exact same.
Why?
I had it yesterday. It was good. And then I paired it up with one of those, and that was fucking.
Here's the one thing, bro.
We should be recording this. You know that, right?
I actually am.
Okay. Fucking
Here's the
perfect.
one thing, bro. I said when I first started coming here, or when I go to coffee shops, like, I'm such a snob about it, that if they don't have stevia, it's kind of tough.
Stevia. Is that how you say it?
Stevia?
Is that how you say it?
How do you say it?
I don't know. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think
It doesn't sound right.
Stevia?
Stevia. Stevia.
I don't want to say stevia.
Stevia.
That sounds passive aggressive, dude. I love this place, dude, and it's dope. I asked, but I'm afraid to ask Ashley to put stevia in the.
You know they have it on the side by the window. They have like
It's Splenda. See, they don't have stevia, bro.
and honey.
It's okay. How do you like the almond milk lattes though? Because you're a big cold brew guy, huh?
Yeah, it's good. It's good in the morning.
Yeah.
But if it gets 100 degrees at this time in a couple months, that shit ain't gonna be good anymore.
That exact thing happened yesterday when we were here around like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Which I decided we're not coming at 10 o'clock anymore. We're the morning crew because this place gets packed real fast.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do this at 10
No, absolutely
unless
not.
it's June.
Yeah, dude. And then like the sun was in our face, and we ended up having to sit on the stoop, and not out of like being cool, but just because we were trying to get out of the sun. And then like, Ashley came out and she called us the stoop kids. And then we started talking in the New York accent. We told, yo, come in and get a coffee here, Cafecito.
And then you started fucking playing ball in the street with a fucking stick and
sticks.
and what is it? Fucking a tape wrap ball or whatever.
And then I took an old can and put it in my bike tire. People thought I was coming down in a moto, dude.
But I think we all did that as kids, though.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't think you were cool
Hey, man.
in the hood
Are you kidding
if
me?
you didn't do that.
I grew up in Okie Town. Oh, I thought you were attacking me.
No, I
I'm
wasn't.
sorry.
I was giving you props.
Oh, thank you, man.
I didn't know where you grew up. You didn't have to fucking throw up your gang sign up on me.
Where did you grow up?
So I grew up in Santa Maria, Central Coast.
That's not here.
That
I totally
we're
thought
not
you
in
were
Kansas
here.
anymore, bro. No,
Really?
No.
When did you move here?
95.
Oh, how old are you?
But 95, we moved here like for sure. So I used to live here. I lived in Santa Maria, and would go to school there. Then my dad would come down and work here, so we'd move over here.
Doing?
And he works in ag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he did the whole migrate, like 6 months there, 6 months there.
Oh,
So
my God.
So what we did was grew up in Santa Maria, which was great because I got to enjoy the summers in the Central Coast,
Oh,
not
yeah.
in Yuma. So then we'd commute 6 months.
Damn.
So over there we lived next to Pismo Beach. So we go to the beach.
Did you go to the dunes?
The
Right in those dunes?
Yeah, all that. There's lakes. That's where I grew up. And then we
Oh,
moved over
shit.
here in 95 because obviously it was cheaper to live here.
Okay. You know, it's crazy how much shit you don't know about people until you ask, because I've known Steven for like 10 years. And
Well, I
then-
didn't know you grew up in Okietown. I thought you
mean-
grew up in like freaking Falls Ranch or something.
Nah, man. I mean, like my grandma, so you know, like across from 16th Street, so there's Okietown on that side, and then like right across.
Mhm.
I grew up right there. And then my grandma lived right there, which is silly because I couldn't ride my bike to my grandma's house. My mom's like, can't go there unless I'm there. I was like, all
Yeah,
right,
but
okay.
it's Yuma. It's not like
Yeah, my mom's tough, huh?
you must. There's like the hood side, but I mean, I don't think it's as bad as people think.
No.
I mean, I grew up in Santa Maria, but then I also am from Salinas,
Oh, my God.
and it's not can't ride your bike down the street.
Is it that bad?
It's pretty bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been to Salinas. Never drove through. We've been lucky enough to inherit a lot of beautiful women from Salinas. never. I've actually never even been there. I've always had this stigma.
Beautiful.
I've always had this stigma with Salinas.
You know, Salinas is beautiful because it's in Monterey County.
Okay.
Which is my Monterey, yeah, Gilroy. You have a lot of surroundings. Salinas itself isn't bad. I still have like tons of family live. Some live on the south side, and a few live on the east side. The east side's kind of like the hood, I guess.
Okay.
Quote unquote. But hey, man, people like it.
Yeah.
My cousins still like it. They live there. My dad tells me it's getting really bad, but can't judge it. Haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
I think I'm going back in May.
Oh, just to visit?
No, I think we're gonna finally bury my grandfather. So we have his ashes.
Oh, okay.
So I think we're gonna bury him in May. I think May 3rd or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Is a lot of your family there still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wicked.
Like my dad's brothers and my cousins.
Yeah.
My aunts live here, but my uncles all live over there.
You never know, dude.
Dude, I have a huge family, man.
Yeah, man.
Typical Mexican family.
Yeah. You
Like-
never know until you ask.
9 or 10 aunts and uncles.
Sick. All right. I'll roll this little intro. So, if you're just joining us, welcome everybody to, I guess, either the first episode or the pilot episode of Conversations at Cafecito. So,
Yeah.
whether Convos at Cafecito, Conversations at Cafecito, we're here at the newly opened Cafecito coffee shop here in downtown Yuma. I am sitting here with Steven, the boss man Garnica. And just a little background. So, Steven and I and Jared Bear back here, we're constantly together, obviously, because we work with Steven, we're at the gym, and we're always talking. And Steven had formulated the idea of, yo, let's just freestyle and make some sort of podcast, if you will. So, in Mine and Jared's nature, we said, fuck it, let's do it. And here we are. And we're here utilizing the beautiful space that they have here at Cafecito. If you have not been here, come, because they have amazing almond milk lattes, avocado toast.
Cold brew.
Awesome cold brew. What is that thing that you got that they blew with a blowtorch?
The changuito.
Changuito.
So it's peanut butter
Oh my god. Oh, that he makes.
that he makes.
Which is wicked.
Bananas and sugar. It's
Oh my god.
what kind of sugar is it?
Knowing him, he probably made it.
Then he comes out with this cool torch
Yeah.
and torches it for you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, sounds like the best thing.
No, it's wicked, dude. And it's awesome because you've known Ashley.
12 years.
Holy shit. In
Yeah.
the Zoomy days.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. So yeah, we're sitting in Cafecito, which is crazy because I remember when Ashley had the idea and she's like, I want to get this trailer and I'm gonna put a coffee shop in it. And I was like, all right, where's it at? Phoenix. Okay. So I'm like, are you asking me to help you get it? Yeah. So we drove down there, we got it, brought it back. The trailer's, it was nice. I think it's like it's a small ass trailer.
Is it like the tiny little camper ones?
Yeah.
I think I saw a photo of it.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's a picture of it like right here around the corner.
Oh, it's a
By
photo.
the
of it?
bathroom. Yeah, by the bathroom.
Ah.
So,
There it is, huh?
yeah, it's cool because she got it and she's straight up like, I'm gonna make coffee, and she got all this cool stuff, and then here we are, like 4 years later, I think.
Oh, damn, that was
It's
fast.
4 or 5 years later. Yeah, she used to do the farmers market, the one in here, actually in April, right here down at the Quartermaster Depot. We used to do a farmers market, and she like parked it there, and she had like coffee and teas and.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know she was like the same way, like I told you before, how I knew you at Zoomies, and then 10 years later it was like CrossFit Hidden Valley Steven. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, 10 years is a lot. I mean, obviously a year is a lot when people could change,
Yeah.
but I hadn't seen Ashley in the same amount of time as far as like Zoomies, and I was like, dude, this is amazing. And then they told me, I met Travis at like Pine House, and he told me he was going to open a coffee shop. I think you told me too, and I was like, dude, sick. I was hooked on the name, bro.
Oh yeah,
And
the
then-
name. I mean, obviously us being Hispanic.
Yeah.
Or Mexican, like
Yeah.
we kind of veered towards that. But Ashley and Travis's like vibe,
Yeah.
the culture that they put out. Because the funny thing is, Travis's grandpa lives in like Mexico on the beach,
Oh,
in
shit.
like Ensenada, outside of Ensenada or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of this tile is like from there.
Oh, dang. Oh, and they made the tables.
And then Travis made the table.
Yeah, and he made a lot of stuff.
He
in
made
here.
a lot of shit.
I was convinced that he made the couches too. He told me
Amazon made them.
I was lucky enough to meet his grandpa like that Saturday before they open, and he's saying that his grandpa always brings him like random ass tools.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he brought him like this giant saw.
Yeah.
So like the Saturday before, he had like this giant rusty saw in front, and I was like, dude, that looks bad.
Tough.
That looks tough. That looks real tough. No, so that's kind of like the easy gist, the easy rundown of kind of why we're sitting here, and why not? Let's just keep making cool shit.
Well, we were at the gym the other day, the soon to be new gym, and we were just having a freaking 30-minute conversation.
Oh yeah.
I was like, dude, people fucking get paid, or people just put this on video and record it.
Yeah.
When they have thoughtful conversations.
Yeah, it just happens.
And why not?
Exactly. So we're sitting here because why not? But I know you wanted to run down on something specific, right?
Yeah. So those of you know, what's the date today? Today's April 5th. So those of you guys that are into music, and especially rap music, we were talking about Nipsey Hussle's death.
Oh, yeah.
And specifically, like, how the influence, like, the influence he had on people, but a lot of people didn't know he had that much influence. Like, I mean, Eric was, like, we were talking about that before, you know.
Before we started.
We all like the music, the hip-hop, and the you know, the hood stuff and whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to say. But the influence he had on his community and the people around him, his brother, his, you know, just random people that he'd come across, like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. And not a lot of artists do that. Or they don't even show that side of them. And so for me, I like hip hop, and I remember when Tupac died, and I think I can relate. It's crazy how when Tupac died, and now that Nip died, it's like the exact same.
Really?
Like the amount of influence that one person had on everybody. But I think Nip had more of an influence on the culture than than Tupac did.
Do you think because of social media?
Yeah, but I think it's because Nip stayed in his hood too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think, I mean, Tupac was from Baltimore, from the East Coast, then he moved down to Oakland, and then down to, you know, to LA, and then he got shot, and then, you know, I think Nip stayed in his community and built his community. Like his idea was he's gonna own his community so that way he can give back to them, and I think that's what made him more popular, especially in the West Coast hip hop, where you know, in being in California, like, everybody is honored to be from California.
Yeah.
Like, I don't tell people I'm from California because it's not like something that I do, but I love that I am from California and I have my roots there, and but it's really expensive. So I can't
no kidding, man.
Yeah. So I think like what Nip did was something that I think a person could only wish they could do in their lifetime.
Yeah, especially when you hit that level of fame, and to be able to stay there, because there's a lot of things that can pull you away from all that, right? Like, if you go through all that adversity in a certain area, like, and then you make a certain amount of money, like, everything's telling you, like, why not just pull away from that, right? Like, why wouldn't you pull it? Like, the smart thing and the most, like, logical thing would be, okay, remove yourself from the danger, remove yourself from all this, and help from a distance. Like, I don't know how involved was he living? Was he still living? Like, I'm naive to this, which is kind of nice.
I don't think he was living in, like, Crenshaw.
Yeah.
Or in that district.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he had his
Close
businesses
enough.
there.
Yeah.
His businesses, his family. I mean, I haven't read it too much into it, but the way I kind of want to relate to it, though, is, like, a lot of people, like you said, people just, like, dip out. Once they hit it, they're like, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm not,
out.
There's no reason to be here.
Yeah.
You know? And that's where a lot of rappers or artists or whatever are at with that, too. Like, that they're saying that they give so much back to the community, but the community doesn't give anything back to them. Like, they try to go back and give, but it doesn't give back to them. And I think and this is the way I'm going to relate to it, a lot of people think that about Yuma. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, fuck Yuma, it's small, it's hot, it's this, it's that. But, like, you surround yourself with people that are good or great. There's a lot of great things happening in the community. You know, a lot of growth. You know, something like this coffee shop. Like, who knew this coffee shop was going to be here 2 years ago?
All hands on deck, too.
You know what I mean? Like, it's blowing up right now. And it's only, fifth day, the first week. And they ran out of coffee the first day. And that's all great problems. Yeah, they're going to have their struggles just like every business, you know, and whatnot. But I think the way I like to, you know, everybody's like, oh, well, you can't relate to Nip because you were never a Crip. You were never this. You were never that. But it's not. that's the ignorant side of it. It's like you
Yeah.
can relate to the mindset that a one person has and kind of bring it back to you. Like, okay, well, this guy tried to build his community and build his surroundings and build the people up around him. And I feel like, that's what Ashley's doing downtown. She's always been about downtown, her spirit and the way she is. Like with me with the gym, it's like I want to develop something where people are proud to be part of, and I think that's how I'm going to relate to music, and that's how I relate to music depending on how I feel. And if you listen to Victory Lap, which is Nip's last album, from start to finish, it's like super relatable to anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, the name says it all.
Yeah, Victory.
So I don't know. I think it sucks because he had a big impact on a lot of people in the world, and unfortunately, you got that one jealous person and can bring it all down.
That's what's crazy, man. Like, and I was thinking about that, like after his death and hearing about all that. It's nuts because you can have such a positive impact like Nipsey Hussle did or like Tupac did, and it takes like one person on a specific day that was having a not so upside day, that was feeling, like just feeling not great, and decided to do something malicious like that and kind of ruins it for everybody else. Because that's what's crazy, man, is like you never fucking know like when shit's gonna you never know like when your last day is. So it's crazy, man, like how all that happens. But I want like to add on what you're saying, man. Like those are some of my favorite people, the ones that want to give back to like their soil, especially the ones that want to make where they came from better, because I would imagine, and thinking about my own situation, is like because you can relate to the people that are there. You understand, like I couldn't go to Phoenix I can like I did, like go to Phoenix and try to build from there and be part of that community there, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like here, like because I'm from here and I spent a lot of time here, like I understand the people here, and I understand like what it is to be from here, and understand like what the people can enjoy, especially in comparison, like going to a big city and understanding like the resources that they have and learning those things and being able to hopefully apply them here to better the city and then help them grow and give them like a chance to, because like here, a lot of times like we are limited on resources, especially like, not so much now, but education.
No, I think it's that. No, you're still right though, dude. There's still limited resources. Like, what I'm going through personally, like, so Aiden has leukemia. There's no pediatric cancer resources.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to go to Phoenix or San Diego.
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, every single. Yeah.
But not every family's fortunate to be able to do that. There's a lot of families that are struggling to go down the street because they can't afford to put gas in their car.
Yeah, all the way down to like that micro scale, right? And then it's like, how do you help that? And you think big picture, and it's like, well, shit, maybe I can help donate or help incorporate like better like systems, like bus systems, transportation systems. It's like, how can you give back to your community? And all the way from like the small scale, like you're saying, to all the way to how Nipsey did. And it's crazy, man, because it's no matter where you're at, there's always an opportunity to grow. And if you're always seeking to be in another spot because you're unhappy with your situation, like there's always something you can do where you're at right then and there.
That's true. But there's a lot of times when people do it and it's not genuine either.
Oh yeah.
So like going back to Nip, because I think that's gonna be the where we're gonna go back with. He was genuine about it. He had a goal. He had his values set. Like, and that's what for me, I have my values. I had my hard work, integrity, and PMA. Right. Every day, like I wake up and I feel like, how can I hit those values every day and stay within my values? So with Nip, he had his values, and he never so he had his store, his clothing store, the Marathon. Then he had the little stores around it. He owned leased. He was a business owner, but in his store, like he had simple products for people to buy. He didn't go and try to sell, these crazy outrageous brands or his own brand for an outrageous amount of money. He sold like plain white tees and, things that people can afford that are resources for people to be able to go get a job, like clean up, go get a job, some deodorant, that's I think what people are missing. Like, yeah, he walked around with freaking gold chains and but you gotta understand, he earned it. He wasn't always flossing in a freaking Ferrari with 3 or 10 chains on his neck. He earned that, and he's trying to turn. You gotta prove to people too that you gotta earn this shit. It doesn't just fucking happen.
Yeah.
And you have to be genuine about it. If you're gonna be well, I'm gonna fucking do this because that person can do it, and I want what they have.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand the struggle though.
Yeah.
That's the first. That's what first. That's what when Nip died and people didn't understand why. Oh shit! But like, he put in a lot of work. And people were like, oh, I didn't know he was cool with this person and cool with this person and cool with this rapper and that rapper and this rapper from there and there and there. Like, everybody respected him because they understood the hustle and the grind from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think for like Ashley, for myself, and a lot of local business owners, like, people don't realize like the struggle that it takes to get to something like this.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, I'm not gonna tell Ashley's story. I'll let her tell you that. I think it's a great story. She's an amazing person because I know her personally. But like, I understand her struggles and what it took to get to this part.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people don't know that. You know, but she's a pretty awesome person. A lot of people know her in Yuma, so you know what I mean. They respect her and for what she is and for what she does.
Yeah.
But everything's relatable, I think, to, you know, to back to Nip, like the way he kind of lived his life and the way he did things. Hi, Ashley.
Speaking of
the devil.
there she is.
Yeah. So I lost my train of thought.
No, I agree. I mean, going back to the whole Nipsey thing, I mean, like when I was hearing you tell that whole thing about how he gives back, specifically with his store, like learning what your community needs is important as well. Like that being involved and understanding, like I thought that was really cool and interesting how you were saying, like with him, he was able to, like, I mean, was he selling like really like affordable stuff, like as far as like,
oh yeah,
that makes sense.
And then a lot of it just said Crenshaw.
Yeah, just easy shit. Just to get you out of like the stuff that you were probably wearing.
Yeah, and there's like stores like that in Yuma now that are selling like what's that store? Dandy. I mean, it's a little bit higher scale.
I've heard
the
of it.
The melons own it, and my dad knows them because they're all in ag. But
okay,
something like that, like you take that concept, it's like a farmhouse concept because I mean Yuma's a farmland because ag land or whatever.
Yeah.
But they have the Yuma grown shirts.
Oh, those are
like
cool.
those are dope.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you want to wear those? Only the people that are fucking haters don't want to wear those.
Yeah, exactly.
That don't like to be known from Yuma. Like, what the fuck's wrong with Yuma?
Yeah.
There's nothing fucking wrong with Yuma.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lettuce bowl capital of the world next to Salinas.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's just like if Yuma were to vanish tomorrow, like there'd be no more salads during the winter.
Yeah, nobody would eat.
Nobody would eat salads during the winter or any raw product.
It's crazy too, because the more I'm involved with the community and the more people that I meet, it's crazy how I start to discover like how special this little place is. And not like, obviously I'm biased because I'm from here, but even having YPG being like the second biggest, like it trips me out sometimes, man, because
It's a little town out there, dude.
it is. It's literally another city out there, but people
Mhm.
don't realize the stuff that can possibly be going on in there, which is also crazy. Like how much of a percentage we have as far as how much produce we grow in Yuma, which is super important, which also brings a lot of important people here. YPG, another thing as far as like technology and the military, and then the border patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's another thing that people don't realize.
The port of entry.
The port of entry. Like people don't realize how special this little place is, and like how. And you want to talk about opportunity, like here in so many aspects. Like for us as creatives, and I mean even us creatives, and then how traditional the roots are. Like it's a lot of like second generation like Hispanics like us that grew up with like all these traditional roots. Like I mean, we're so used to growing up on like beans and tortillas and shit. And I mean now, and I mean in full honesty, and then a lot of us didn't really know too much about like fitness and health and stuff. And then it's up to people like you and to share that knowledge and help grow the city. And that's what helps evolve cities, you know. And it's just crazy because here we get so many different types of people. And I think for like sitting back and analyzing the community as we have this conversation, like there's so much opportunity as far as like how to utilize this diverse city. In all honesty, like you want to talk about diversity, like take a look in our own backyard.
Yeah.
Like we get and another thing, the goddamn bass.
Yeah, MCAS. Yeah.
Are you kidding me, man? And you want to talk about diversity? And you want to go somewhere else? Like there's so much opportunity, man. And I think
that means a lot coming from you though, because you're younger, and like a lot of the younger generations, they're like I mean, everybody when we were in high school, everybody has that dream. I'm gonna fucking move out of Yuma. I'm gonna move to Phoenix and San Diego and whatever. I think, but it comes more You're saying it. You're 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. Last time I had a conversation with Steven, he kept calling me 23.
Which is a compliment.
I was like, I'm exhausted of your lies.
So yeah, he's like 26. Ladies, I'm 33 and I look younger than he does. Just saying.
Just say it's tough, dude.
So it coming from you, it's different because you're 26, and then like the age that we live in, the Instagram and the Snapchat and the Facebook, the entrepreneur phase, like everybody wants to be a fucking entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like that's cool. Like I love that people want to be that and want to do that. And I don't really consider myself an entrepreneur because I'm not trying to like, you know, make all this crazy amount of money. Yeah, money is a necessity. Like I need it to pay my bills and I need it to put food on the table, but it's not something that drives me every morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's there and I know I need it, but it's not like the end goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in Yuma, a lot of people don't see, they want the money. They don't see that they can possibly build something special.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of things in Yuma that people can say that's special other than chili pepper and Mr. G's.
Oh, number one burrito joint in the world, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, which is great. Like, hats off to that family, dude. That's like a crazy thing. Like that family that's been around for a long. It's a staple of Yuma. Yeah. Everybody that's from Yuma knows Mr. G's. Most people love Mr. G's. You know what I mean? So, and I say most because there's some people that don't, but you don't have to. But it's a staple. That's something that's been here. It's Yuma grown. It's been here for a while. And that's not like an entrepreneur spirit. That's just like, oh, I'm going to make something that's good for everybody to eat and I'm going to fill people's bellies. Yeah. And make people's hearts feel warm. What's their saying that they have in there? Have you seen that?
Whether we started making the T-shirts and stuff?
Yeah, what does it say?
I saw it and I wanted to redesign it instantly.
It's corazón, panza llena, corazón contento. Oh, yeah, something like that.
That's adorable.
You know what I mean? Like, being Hispanic, you're like, oh, that's so cute.
That's cool. Yeah, it's
my
cool.
mom would tell me something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think for like the people that are like your age or younger, like they want to be entrepreneurs. They want to be the next Gary Vee. They want to be the next fucking Grant Cardone or whoever, you know. And I'm not dissing that, but what I'm saying is like build something special. Mm-hmm. And I think going back to Nib, like he was building something fucking special. Yeah. And jealousy and envy got to it and kind of ended it. But at the same time, if you have good people around you, even when you're far gone, they'll keep going for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's way more important than money, especially being in Yuma. Like, you want people to know, you want to build it special, but you also want it to be long lasting. Yeah. You want it to be around. Yeah. When you're gone or when it's all said and done, you want it to be around. And being in Yuma, I think that's something that people need to hold on to. Like, I feel like being at Cafecito right now, and it's 5th day, but we've been here every fucking day. Yeah. Sometimes twice a day. And not because Ashley's, like, family to me, but it's fucking special. Yeah. Like, it's cool. Different. It's a great vibe. We're doing a podcast here. Yeah. Our first one. Pilot or whatever. There's flies because it's the time of year. But, you know what I mean? Like, it is beautiful outside. And yeah. It's special, though.
I agree. You said something really interesting that kind of sparked a thought in my brain, and it led me back to like a conversation we had was it yesterday or the day before about passion?
Day before.
Yeah, about passion. And I mean, we all, like us three here, like always have that conversation about the whole entrepreneurial thing, right? And I think the big misconception is, or the big miss is people misdefine it. And it's like people misdefine it as far as like what it actually is. And what it actually is like a cash grab. The entrepreneurial thing is a cash grab. Like, don't mistake it. When people call themselves entrepreneurs, when people call themselves like the hustler, the whole thing is money. So don't mistake it. So don't mistake it and don't confuse it with anything else. It's not a passion thing. It's not a love thing. You're getting money. And anyone that wants to disagree with me, I mean, I'm up for the conversation. But like it's because I
bring it, boy.
No, it's just it's an obvious common thread between those characteristics, between those people, and it's not bad. And I'm not saying it's bad. My tone of voice makes it seem like it's bad, but it's not. Do your thing, 100%. But it's not the same thing as passion. Oh, dude, making money is passion. Sure, I guess you can have that one guy. But the thing is, you look at people like Nipsey, like the Tupacs, you think about the bigger picture. It's not a short-term lustful action. It's how can I make this whole thing better, and how can I use my art and what I do to do that? People like Tupac, especially, making music, telling stories about where he was from. Nipsey Hussle, very similar. I mean, you know what I mean? Being able to use his tool and his creativity to be able to give back to a bigger picture. And a lot of that has to do with the whole passion leading the way. I mean, he was passionate about his people. It was fulfilling for him. I mean, all that, everything leads to that. I mean, I think I would argue, I mean, you can still, I guess, arguably do that in entrepreneurial mindset. I suppose. I mean, I would love to have that conversation, but I think all of us here are like really big on passion and finding those things that make us passionate and motivate us that way. And I think there's a lot, I mean, more fulfilling actions that can come from that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? And you can dive deeper into your thoughts and ideas that way, as far as like, okay, how can I put myself in the shoes of these individuals and learn how to give back better that way? So when you were saying all that, it made me think about all those things. And I mean, the possibilities are endless, and the sky's the limit when you're a Nipsey Hussle or a Tupac or a Steven Garnica.
Like I did there.
Just lumped them in with all the legends.
Yeah, freaking dudes that got shot too.
Nah, bro, you ain't gonna get shot, dude. Wait, how old are you again?
33.
Cool, you missed the 27 mark, bro.
Yeah. But Nips was 33.
Huh?
Nipsey Hussle was 33.
Hey, man, here's the thing. It was great to know you, man.
I don't got enemies like that. Hopefully.
I ain't got enemies like that.
No, but so it's funny though. But like people, I don't want you guys to get this twisted though. We're not saying that our biggest influences are Nipsey and Tupac, but it's just part of the culture too. Like, I mean, me and Eric come from also like a skate culture. Like we can sit here and talk about influencers in the skate. Oh shit! Almost fucked up the whole podcast.
No, it's all good, man. Look at it. It's stable. It's good to go. She's fine.
She's fine.
She's fine.
We could sit here and talk about like influencers in the skate community and people that I've met and he's met and people that influenced him in the skate industry. Yeah. Either on the board, photography. Like I'm sure being in photography, you look up to Tiba.
Yeah, Tiba's dope.
Dude, he's dope. Him and his brother are dope, So, but they, we're not saying that Nip and Tupac are like that's it. That's the way we look up. It's not, we're just using them as an example.
Yeah.
What's funny, though, is that Nip and Gary Vee were really good friends.
They were?
Yeah. So, like, yeah, that's crazy. So, we go back to the entrepreneur, like, I like Gary Vee a lot because of his rawness and his realness. Yeah, sometimes it becomes off a little like too much, but I think he's been saying the same shit for years and he knows it and he's still fucking riding that wave, but he's also has a proven track record of being successful and non-successful. So but yeah, him and Nip were friends, dude.
That's crazy.
They linked up quite a bit, and but it comes back to like building. Like Gary Vee wants to build. He wants to make people better. Nip wanted to make people better. Hi, Vet.
Uh-oh.
He wanted to make people better. And I think that's what it comes down to is if you're building something, you want to make people better. Like Travis wants to make people better. Right, Travis?
Yes, sir.
That's right. So
one acai bowl at a time.
One acai bowl and Instagram pic at a time. He picked the most Instagram famous person he could find. Yvette has 7,000 followers, by the way, on her Instagram, Travis.
Yo, that's about to get you a bump on your IG,
buttload.
Dude.
Yeah. So
Squad's rolling in now.
Squad roll deep. So I think people just need to understand that if you want to be an entrepreneur, whether it be here in Yuma or in fucking wherever, you got to be willing to build though. Like people forget that, like the building part.
Yeah.
Like you just can't come across 10 G's and make it into $1 million. It's gonna take time to build to that.
And yeah, man. And the other thing, like that just came to mind is like, I mean, you got to think like when you gain all that wealth too, like it must be hard not to. I mean, indulge a little bit.
Totally.
Get your own stuff. I mean,
yeah.
Especially like people like Nipsey that come from that environment or even Gary, because I know Gary Vee didn't come from a great environment as well. Like,
Yeah.
wasn't he an immigrant and like grew up with a bunch of his family?
all that
Yeah, and
stuff.
like
didn't even like fucking school.
didn't even like school. And then you can only imagine. Then by the time, and then next thing you know, I mean, you grind and grind for so many years, and then one day you look at your bank account, and you're just like, oh my god. And then,
Oh my god,
you know
there's
what I
money
mean?
in
You
there.
know what I mean? There's
Lots
money
of
in there. I'm not in the negative.
Yeah, but so like Gary Vee is funny, man. He'll tell you what drives him the most too is fucking wants to own the Jets.
The Jets, yeah.
Like that's the like he'll say that. I think every other podcast he talks about owning the fucking Jets.
That's pretty cool.
Like that's pretty real. That's a fucking gnarly goal, but
Yeah.
I mean the Jets are not that good. That's why. Sorry.
What if
Gary
he's
Vee.
sabotaging the Jets and like slowly taking the ankles out of
Yeah.
all the linemen, and then he's like, "Dude, they're worthless. Just
Yeah,
let me
they're
buy
worthless.
them.
Let me just buy them.
Just
for
let
the
me get them
yeah.
right now while they're down."
Yeah.
You know.
And then they win the Super Bowl next year. Hey man, that's fucking business.
But then he owns the Jets. There's a when there's a
But
will.
then
there's
what though? Like what? After he owns the Jets, what do you think he'd do? Because
Uh,
I think that's like his holy grail,
the Jets.
like to own the Jets.
Oh, man.
Imagine if he didn't, like he got to own the Jets like tomorrow. After that, like what?
First we get the Jets, then we get the NFL, and then
Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell.
He'll be the Roger.
And then I
Roger Goodell.
sell the NFL, and then flip. That sounds like some shit he would say, huh? And then I sell the NFL, and then make X amount of money. Not mad at it though.
Oh no, I mean that's on a huge scale, dude. The NFL market's intense.
Yeah.
That's a-
Isn't it with the thing with the NFL? Like I've heard this conversation so many times, as far as like the more we start learning about head trauma, and the more we start learning about all this shit, like NFL slowly starting to like the ratings are slowly starting to like.
Yeah, it's still a huge business.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Like think about it, Nike
yeah,
alone is backs the NFL.
true.
And then I don't know if it's Coke or Pepsi, one of the two. Then you got the beer companies,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have everything else under that.
Very true.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a whole lot of money being thrown your way.
Yeah, I guess NFL's not really going anywhere, huh?
I mean,
Just thought, you know,
Yeah.
if people get if the UFC's on ESPN now, I don't think.
I mean, if you think about it, like baseball's been around for how long, Jer?
no,
Hundreds of years. It's fucking been around forever.
100?
And homeboy just got paid how much? From the Angels or wherever? 413 million guaranteed for 12 years to hit a ball
yeah, that's some Yvette Dahl
and
money,
catch
bro.
one. She's not even listening.
Yeah.
She's just living her best life over there. She ain't going back and forth with us. But you know what I mean? Like that sport's been around forever. Granted, it's not as dangerous as football,
Yeah,
but it is still pretty fucking dangerous at a 90-mile-per-hour ball coming at your
hardest
head.
thing to do in sports. Hit a baseball.
Hit a baseball.
Hit a
100%.
fucking baseball.
100%. And then, baseball's been through its ups and downs, and
Yeah.
it's funny that we're talking about this because Gary Vee talked about the decline of the baseball. You ready for baseball season?
Who's your squad?
The Tribe, the Indians.
What, the Indian?
Dude, he
Here's
has
the
a
thing.
he has a
Diehard Tribe
he
fan.
has the dude from Major League,
I have a Joe Boo
a
shrine.
Joe Boo shrine. It's
A
so
shrine.
fucking awesome.
Candles. I leave a little fresh rug.
Swish- oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
Feed it, pray to it.
Yeah, little snake.
I grew up playing sports. I'm superstitious.
Superstitious.
Super superstitious.
Oh shit! I wouldn't. I'm not superstitious like that. Oh, I guess I am a little bit. Some
You probably
stuff like
are.
that.
When you jump on your skateboard, you probably do some.
Oh yeah,
stupid, huh?
okay, yeah. I have some OCD about some shit like that for sure. Yep, 100. Yeah, I literally have OCD. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, he's right. Now I feel like a poser because Travis loves the Indians, and here I am just wearing it for my last name, like an ass. Some
Yeah,
guy
you
that
should take it off, dude.
I was at.
That's it, burn it.
I forgot where I was. Oh, I was at the mall in Scottsdale, and some older gentleman was like, "Oh, what's the thing that they do say for the Indians? Something." Yeah. He's all, "Go Tribe!" And I was like, "Yeah, Tribe." I was like, "Who the fuck just yells that?" And then I just like walked away, and then I was like, "It's probably because I'm wearing an Indians hat."
Yeah. So here's Chris. I'm not Chris. Fucking Eric. Where is Chris?
Wow, man.
Sorry. I was thinking about where's Chris at. Where's
First
Chris?
you called me 23.
And it's a C for.
First you
Chris.
called me. Now, dude, how dare you call
I'm
me
sorry.
critter, bro?
How do you call you critter? I called you
Dude,
Chris.
how dare you call me the critter, guy?
Where's that guy?
Dude,
Yeah.
bing. I always say I'm gonna do that, never do it. I don't know, man. He's probably asleep right now. Here's the thing.
Nah, he's
We're-
probably fucking hiking and swimming.
no. He
with
would
the
invite
vest
us. If it's not 10, he's not swimming. This is us, bro. This is the morning squad. This is what we do.
I feel like I'm an everyday squad though.
Yeah. Here specifically, Cafecito, early morning. 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
busted.
Well,
Too
yeah,
many
because I'm
people.
always at work at the time.
That's true.
I don't want to limit myself to a morning squad because then Coach, how come you don't have come coffee with us? I want to have coffee with everybody.
Very sorry. I didn't mean to put you in a thing. You're very
don't
right.
put me in
Yeah, I didn't
category.
mean to put you in a thing. I didn't want to put you in a thing, dude.
It's fine.
It's okay. Is there anything else about the Nipsey thing?
Dude, that's sad though.
That's a bummer, dude.
It is.
For sure. But there's a lot to learn. You know what I did like about on the positive note, how upward everything was. People's reaction.
Yes.
As far
Unless
as,
you're
like-
the game literally was driving down Crenshaw crying, and the game is probably one of the hardest
Guys in the world.
guys that I know. That says some shit though.
He's actually my favorite.
He is too. That says some shit though.
Yeah.
Like about the realness of, because you got to think too. Like one's a blood, one's a crip. I'm not a huge I don't know a lot about gangs, but that's says something right there. That much respect that someone has for another human being, not a fucking a crip or a blood, but for a fucking human being. That says a lot.
Yeah.
The respect that
Push
another human had, the respect that another human had for another human, for
Mhm.
that didn't have to happen,
Yeah.
and it did.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just insane.
The game's a good guy.
Great guy.
Any last thoughts before we wrap this up?
I hope we can do this again.
Huh?
I want to do this again.
We can do this whenever you want, bro, because you're chief, you're boss dog, and here I am.
But I don't have
Jared and I
this.
are here to make shit. This is what we do, bro, and we made this shit, and that's the most important part.
Yeah, we thought about this the other day.
And we're trying to-
yesterday, I think.
Literally yesterday, and here we are doing it.
On
'Cause-
Trailu.
We don't fuck around, guy.
This guy doesn't, especially on his app.
Don't fuck around. Hey, man,
We have lists.
shit gets done on that app.
It does. It does.
This is fun. We were talking about limiting it to maybe 30 minutes and then growing from there. We're way past 30 minutes for this one, but like we said, this is episode number 1, maybe a pilot episode to at least get the ball a-rolling. And the ball is a-rolling, and we's unstoppable, bruh. So we can do whatever we want. But
Yeah, we can. This is USA. We can do whatever we want.
USA. USA.
We can end it like that.
Let's get these beers going.
Travis. Beers. Budweiser's, please.
They don't have the liquor license, do they?
No.
Cut
it's
to the beers.
BYOB.
Did you say dip? I'm not dipping, guy.
Actually, we got to go because we got to start moving.
Let's get these move going, huh?
We can move.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to either episode number 1 or the pilot episode. I am Eddie Castaños,
I am Steven Garnica.
the boss man, bruh.
Stop
And
calling me a
thank
boss.
you for listening to the first episode coming live from Cafecito. We'll see you next time. Peace.